Cambridge. We've been established for almost 2 years now, and we're actually just in the process of moving.
I'm Irena Mikovic, and this is my husband.
This is my wife with a Y, TJ Hall.
Wife doesn't have a Y in
And
it.
it's a joke, that's the whole spelling thing.
Okay. I started CrossFit in 2009, probably around April, and I was only doing it on Saturdays. So Saturday class, team ones. And then starting in September of 2009, for about a year I was doing main site WODs, just on my own, kind of sneaking in between classes. And then just a few months ago, so September of this year, I've been doing the class WOD at CrossFit Cambridge.
And I've been doing it for about a year and a half. June of 2009, I started main site WOD and then took up the class WOD, I don't know, maybe 8 months after starting, and it just made more sense to do the class WODs at CrossFit Cambridge.
We're actually just moving just out back, so not 20 feet away. One of the reasons we're moving is because we're growing and we just need a bigger spot. And it was just right out back, so I mean it's the perfect location. In addition to that, we also have the classic bay door now for the summer workouts. Nice big parking lot. So it was just a smart decision to move. It was just the right time.
We're always active people. We did boot camp classes.
Jose.
Yeah, that's fun. Spinning classes. Then we did a learn to run 10K, so we were strictly doing running and 10K races.
5s and 10s, yeah.
And then we found that we were losing strength, so we picked up kettlebells.
Bought a bunch of kettlebells.
And put together our own kettlebell workouts. We just did them on our own.
And they were good, they were fun.
They got boring really fast. After about a month or two, we were done with the kettlebells. And then right about then, Chad started his CrossFit, and we just kind of
took up CrossFit.
Yeah, right away.
Right now we're moving to a location that's a lot more open than our old location, so I'm very happy about that. So essentially we're going to have one main workout area and a little back room which will have all our rowers and our bikes in a little office there. But in the main area we're going to have our main pull-up bars, and then we're going to be building lifting platforms as well, 3 strips of those. Behind the pull-up bars we'll have our wall ball targets. So we'll be able to fit at least 3 Olympic bars across and at least 4 or 5 deep, so really looking forward to that. We're going to get some paint going, some gray, orange, black, chalkboard paint all around the walls so people can record their times and whatnot. It's very exciting, very exciting.
It's changed my perception on how weights affect women. I never wanted to lift weights because I thought that I would get all bulky and beefy and ugly. So I realized that by doing weights, you get stronger, you get leaner, you can just do more functional movements. I mean, I can move furniture without, struggling, but yet I'm not getting biceps the size of TJ's.
Maybe you could never be ugly.
TJ, what sort of?
Yeah, it's functional. So, having a house and a yard and doing basic yard work, not that it ever was taxing, but putting in a fence this past spring, it didn't affect me in any way whatsoever. And the movements were actually similar to movements that we had done at CrossFit. I love that it translates into areas you don't even realize it translates into. You feel good about yourself. Our consciousness, we've always been conscious about what we eat, but we're more conscious about it now. We're more aware of it. We're thinking more about how it affects the next workout and our next day. And I just think it's overall been a lot better, a lot more fun. It's enjoyable. The culture is amazing. I've met great people who've taught me to work harder and to fight through that little bit of pain, which I never really thought about before. It's like, oh, it's burning, I'll stop. Whereas now it's like, it's burning, I bet I can go another 3 minutes.
That's what I was just about to say. We've kind of reached new thresholds. So I remember doing 5K runs and going at a 6:30 pace and just going, oh my god, I can't do it anymore. So I'd immediately just slack off and start pulling back. But after doing CrossFit workouts, you realize, especially when you do it with a class, if someone else keeps going, you just kind of push that extra little bit harder. And I think that everything that I mentioned that we were doing before, spinning, running, we just never got to that point where we would ever push ourselves that much more.
Yeah.
Whether it's just that fraction more, or whether we're having a good day and we just push all the way until we're completely exhausted.
And it's not about beating that person. It's about saying, hey, what makes them be able to handle it? And I bet I can too. You know, and so you look inside and say, I can burn. I know I can accept this burn and go with it, and I like it, and it's addictive and fun.
Yeah. And then you do that 5K run again. And it's
Like, yeah.
What I'm envisioning for CrossFit Cambridge in the months and years to come is just a lot more growth. So right now we're sitting at about 40 members. In a year I'd like to be at 100. So we'll see how that goes, and the new space is going to allow to do that as we can get more people in to more classes. Right now we're currently in the middle of a strength program, so we're going to be doing Wendler's program for another 2 or 3 months to see how that goes. And then, like I said, with the pull-up bars, we're going to be doing quite a bit more workouts with pull-ups